When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Good afternoon, Riverton Wolverines. Okay, I'm back on, I do believe, and things should be pretty good, I hope. I did disconnect there for a second. I do apologize. I think I may have hit something underneath my feet or whatnot. You are listening to the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show. Again, this is Kevin Shields bringing you the action, along with on camera, just like football, and last night here at the Strannigan is Connor Shields. Tell him hi, Connor.
Hello.
All right, Connor with a very vocal hello there. A few scores of interest from earlier today. Lander Valley girls, Lady Tigers, and the Tigers both face the Cheyenne South team. They're doing kind of what Riverton did yesterday with a doubleheader, not a lot of time in between. Riverton's girls yesterday, of course, going 0 for 2, and Riverton's the boys actually going 2-0 after starting their tournament with a loss to Sheridan on Thursday night. The Lander Valley Lady Tigers defeated Cheyenne South 53-36 at the 9 a.m. tip-off game in Lander, and the Lander Valley boys immediately following defeated the Cheyenne South boys 68-53. We also have a final from the reservation. Wright defeats the Wyoming Indian Chiefs 71-68 in a nail-biter that some of you heard on KWYW, called by our very own Cody Beers. We've got 1:41 left in the JV game here, and then we will be following up with the Lady Wolverines trying to do what they did last year in the Taco John, which is beat Cheyenne South. They did beat them on the road at Cheyenne South, even though it's part of the Taco Johns. It was a home game for the Lady Bison, and we hope to see if Riverton can duplicate that success from last year. Just for those of you who are curious, the Riverton Wolverine junior varsity boys team is giving Cheyenne South Bison all they can handle, beating their JV squad with 1:28 to go, 68-35. We'll be back with more of the Williams Strannigan Basketball Classic here on KTAK, as well as a little look into what the reason why this tournament exists, and a little bit behind the man that is known as Bill Strannigan. We'll be right back here on KTAK.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK. A reminder, if you're listening on the radio, you can tune in to WYO Today's YouTube page and follow all the action live streamed for your viewing pleasure. Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you're getting ready to head out, do a little Christmas shopping or whatnot, you can, of course, listen in on 93.9 KTAK. Also, a little word of note, some of you are familiar with our Stuff the Bus program. Stuff the Bus is a program ran by Wind River Radio Network and the Ranger, Lander Journal, and Wind River News that helps those who are in need of for toys and whatnot for their Christmas this year for their children, to help takes care of them. A reminder, you can donate at any time. New unwrapped toys or financial contributions anytime downtown at the Ranger, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. You can also sign up if you have a family member in need between 8 and 5 Monday through Friday at the Ranger. But today we are doing a special live remote coinciding with a real special event. If you're out or about to head out, swing on by the Riverton Museum and go hang out with Kelly Davis, Sean O'Brate of Lander Valley Tiger Calls and sports director fame here with us, as well as we're going to have jolly old St. Nick. So if you haven't gotten those pictures yet with Santa Claus is going to be at the Riverton Museum. It started at 2 o'clock and it's going till 4. So you still got one more hour to get out there. And you can, of course, follow the game all along. Of course, if you're getting out of your car, make sure to download the WYO Today app on your app store, and you can follow the action that way as well. There's about 16.2 seconds left, and in the JV game, JV boys, at half it was close. It was 29-21, and it's now 71-36. So the Riverton Wolverine JV boys have gone on a tear in the second half. We'll be back with a little bit about Bill Strannigan in just a few moments here on KTAK.
Making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suite and pregame Hampton Inn and Suites pregame show. Let's get that in the right order. So this is the William Strannigan Basketball Tournament Classic, whatever you want to call it with it, but it is honoring William Strannigan here. And a little bit about the man that everybody here knew as Bill. He passed away on Monday, August 27th of 2012 after a 5-year struggle with leukemia. Billy, as his lifetime friends called him, was born in Winton, Wyoming on February 25th, 1932. The second of 3 children of Andrew and Elizabeth Strannigan. He attended school in Winton and Reliance and graduated from Reliance High School in 1950. Bill attended the University of Wyoming and graduated in 1957, following service in the Army 82nd Airborne. In 1957, he married the former Clarice Hoffman of Laramie. The couple moved to Riverton that same year, where they began their 55-year marriage. Bill embarked upon coaching, teaching, and directing athletic and activities in high school. Bill retired in 1992 as the activities director of Riverton High School, but his dedication to the education of kids never ceased. For the next 20 years, he continued to help with coaching and school events, as well as community organizations in which he was actively involved. Bill, as a mason and shriner, could be seen all over the Bighorn Basin selling tickets to the Shrine Circus. At the time of his death, he was compiling the record for the Wyoming Hall of Fame, which he helped found. He was one of the original inductees as well. Mr. Strannigan coached a total of 20 years, 4 at St. Stephen's and 16 at Riverton. His team at St. Stephen's established a state record for 46 consecutive wins in basketball, a record that stood for 25 years. The St. Stephen's Eagles teams, coached by Bill, was inducted in the Wyoming Sports Hall of Fame in 1984. He became a blood brother of the Northern Arapaho tribe. It was named Little Flying Eagle. He was the 1969 Coach of the Year. Additionally, he was the president and charter member of the Wyoming Coaches Hall of Fame, as well as president and charter member of the WIAAA. He was named the Wyoming Athletic Director of the Year for Region 7. And his national recognition by NHASCA followed the same year, 1993. In July of 2012, Bill was inducted in the National High School Hall of Fame for high school coaches in Fargo, North Dakota, where he and his family and several close friends were able to attend this career-capping event. Bill's coaching achievements and overall coaching record is only part of the devotion and dedication he gave to all the entities with which he worked, in particular the Wyoming Coach Association, the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administration Association, the Wyoming High School Activities Association, and the National High School Athletic Coaches Association. We want to thank the Strannigan family and, of course, William posthumously for everything he did for Riverton, St. Stephen's, and all of Fremont County and all of Wyoming, for the kids here and the athletes that he mentored along the way. We're about 5.5 minutes until tip-off between the Cheyenne South Lady Bison and the Riverton Lady Wolverines. We will be right back on KTAK with your Sutherland starting lineups after these messages.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK. It is now time for the Sutherland starting lineup for the Cheyenne South Lady Bisons versus Riverton Lady Wolverines matchup this afternoon. Starting for Cheyenne South Lady Bison as they are led by Coach Epler will be number 4, Montgomery, number 11, Ward, number 13, Gunn, number 14, Smith, and number 21, Van Tassel. For your Lady Wolverines, led by Coach Travis McIntosh, you will have number 1, Olivia Bradley, number 3, Macy Brown, number 10, McKay Fegler, number 11, Ella Judd, and number 13, and the only non-senior, junior, Haley Angstrom. Today's game is going to come down to, ladies and gentlemen, turnovers. As we saw last year, both Cheyenne South and Riverton High School Lady Wolverines have a turnover problem game in, game out, especially on the unforced side of things. They do not handle pressure well, so it'll be interesting to see who chooses to press if either team, and then it'll come down to shot selection and taking care of the basketball. This is, on paper, the most winnable game for the Lady Wolverines in this tournament. We shall see, of course, Lander Valley girls going, I do believe, 1-2 in the tournament, having defeated Cheyenne South earlier today. So the Riverton Lady Wolverines get a little bit of a break, if you can say that, playing 4 games in 3 days, in the fact that they had, since yesterday, at about 5:30-ish, 5:45, till now to rest up, and Cheyenne South had to play a game in Lander and then get on their team bus and come down here to Riverton. So that'll be the key to watch here. Also legs for both teams, but especially Riverton, as you've got Fegler coming off an injury. She played a little late in the season, if I remember correctly, but she did get injured last year. Of course, Paisley Jackson unable to play in any of the summer program stuff, coming off her ACL tear. So this is a real good test for her. So far, we haven't seen any tired legs out of her, so that shows the dedication she got to getting in shape. But when we come back, we're going to have the tip-off of the final game of the Strannigan Basketball Classic, or final girls game, here at Riverton High School. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back right after this.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
From the field, to the court, to the pool, and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
And welcome back. A little tail end of the Hampton Inn & Suites pregame show correction for you. They have switched up their starting lineup last second. And instead of Montgomery for Cheyenne South, Brennan will be playing number 5. And instead of number 13, Gunn starting, it'll be number 15, Williams starting. Seeing here if there were any changes to the Riverton lineup. Yes, there is actually. And that is going to be that Paisley Jackson is going to be no, she's not. They did just say her name, but she is not starting as I look at the starting 5 here. I did hear Paisley Jackson over the PA, but that is not the case looking at the 5 there. So let's get rid of these graphics for those of you viewing at home, or get rid of some of them so that we can watch the action up now. And Connor Shields will be on camera for me. So here we go. Referees, I think they're checking now with PAs and starters. I think they noticed that the PA announcer announced a starter that is not on the floor. Coach McIntosh is over there taking a look as well. This may be a problem with the lineup card, and that can equal a technical. Yes, it looks like it was done by error. Haley Engstrom is coming off. As I said, they did announce Paisley Jackson, so Paisley Jackson's going to have to come in and start. Haley's immediately going to go to the bench, it looks like, to sub out, which it seems small, but it does throw a little kink in things, as Ella Judd will now have to do the tip-off duties. Tip is up and won by Cheyenne South. Cheyenne South brings it over the timeline relatively quickly and is looking to set up their offense going to their left to Ward. Ward has it on the left wing, looking inside, being very deliberate. Back over to Van Tassel. Van Tassel on the right wing throws it inside, hits the person inside. That was number 5, Brennan, and she scores from 2. 2-0 with 7.5 to go. The press on by Cheyenne South. Riverton is going left to right on your radio dial. Olivia Bradley trying to get over the timeline, just barely does, and is going to throw it away, but luckily it's going to be a kicked ball and will stay with Riverton. Haley Engstrom immediately coming in and getting Paisley out, getting Jackson out of the game. I expect to see her relatively quickly. She's been the 6th man or 6th woman throughout this entire tournament. Haley will be inbounding from underneath her own basket, does so to Judd. It is almost tipped away. Judd over to Brown, back up top to Bradley, over to Fegler back up top to Bradley. Bradley looking to drive down the middle, does, and is absolutely rejected out of bounds. She started her layup way too low, around her waist, and it wasn't even a block that had to be jumped for. It was just reach out and grab it as it came up to chest level. Engstrom now inbounding from the right of her basket as we view it to Fegler. Fegler over to Engstrom on the wing, swings it across to Bradley for 3. No good, high off the backboard. Cheyenne South will come away away with the rebound. Fedler trying to slow their progress up and does so. They're going to reset with Van Tassel up front. The Riverton Wolverines are in a man-to-man defense. On the right side, back over to Ward on the left wing. She looks to go to the middle, hands it off to Brennan. Brennan to Van Tassel for South. Lady Bisons lead 2-0 at 6:30 mark in the first quarter. Van Tassel goes to her left, picks up a dribble, now goes into the post to Ward. Ward turns, fires, no good. Rebound by Macy Brown. Brown gets it to Fegler, who brings it over the timeline. She finds brain froze for a second there. She found Engstrom underneath, who missed from 2. And the rebound goes away to Cheyenne South. Cheyenne South being very deliberate here. Van Tassel over to Ward. Ward on the left wing looking inside. They're looking to go into the paint. There's nothing there. Goes over to Brennan on the far left. Back up top to Van Tassel. Van Tassel will go the opposite way of a ball screen. Stops, pops out a fadeaway. No good from about 20 feet for Van Tassel. Still 2-0 Cheyenne South at the 5:30 mark in the first quarter. Bradley with it on the left. Gets it over to all the way over to Brown. Brown to Engstrom. Engstrom over to Bradley. Bradley on the right wing now. Loses control of it. Reaches out for it, and it's tapped out of bounds by Cheyenne South. The deflection there by Van Tassel. So 5:20 in the first quarter play, and now Jackson's going to check in when she normally would, and she's going to check in for Macy Brown. So 0 for 2 shooting-wise for Riverton, 1 for 2 for Cheyenne South. Engstrom looking to inbound, and she's going to get a 5-second call on her. That was kind of a quick 5 seconds, but no one really moving around for the basketball or coming closer to her. Everybody just kind of standing still. Inbound award for Cheyenne South as they'll look to increase their 2-0 lead as we go under 5:15 to play in the first. Ward's going to go to her right, then backs back out, gets it to Brennan up top. Brennan hands it to Van Tassel, and she will reset. Van Tassel dribbling to her left, not really going inside or anything like that. Now looking inside, and it is almost intercepted but deflected out of bounds by Ella Judd. They were looking for Brennan there. Good job by Judd to get the deflection. It will stay out of bounds for Cheyenne South. They inbound it quickly to Smith, who is now checked in. Back over to Williams, who misses a 3 fairly badly, but rebound goes to Cheyenne South. They pound it inside. The shot is put up by 11, Ward, and is missed, but they will get the foul. That'll be Riverton's team first. The foul is going to go against Judd. That will also be her first at the 4:44 mark to play in the first quarter. From the line, Ward has her first shot. It is up, and it is no good. Substitutions now. Riley Johnson is coming in for Judd here, and a couple of substitutions for Cheyenne South as well. Ward has the ball from the referee. A very long spin in her free throw routine. She puts it up, and she hits the second. So 3-0 in favor of Cheyenne South with 4:40 to play in first quarter. Bradley with it on the right wing, gets it up top to Engstrom. Engstrom dribbling slowly to her right. She is guarded in the man-to-man defense by South. Engstrom to Johnson. Johnson trying to give it go with Engstrom. Gets it to her, puts it up, and one! Haley Engstrom muscling her way up there and gets the and one. Foul go against Brennan of Cheyenne South. That will be her first, team first, as Engstrom goes to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Engstrom has the ball. The shot is up, and it is in and out. No good. Rebound by South. So 3-2 in favor of the Lady Bison, visiting from Cheyenne South. Cheyenne South trying to work inside, does so, and the shot is up and good by Van Tassel. Her first 2 of the night, and it is 5-3 in favor of South. South is putting the pressure on and doing a press. I don't blame them. I would too, based on what you've seen the past several years from Riverton. At least give it a go. Olivia Bradley on a give and go is going to get called for the charge. So no shot there. That'll be her first. Second, Olivia going completely out of control. Actually, I don't think she saw, based on where her head was pointing, I don't think she saw the defender at all and just ran her over. Nicely done. Nice taking charge there. Now Riverton with their own press with 3:50 to go in the first quarter, trailing by 3. Van Tassel breaks it. They pass out of it. They swing it over to 15 for 3. Good. Three-pointer by Williams there for Cheyenne South, and it's now 8-2 in favor of South. Jackson looking to break the press on the dribble, does so. They get over to Engstrom on the far left. Engstrom to Jackson for 3. No good. Rebound by Engstrom. She tries to put it back up. They're going to say no contact and a block, but it does go out of bounds and will remain with the Lady Wolverines. Cheyenne South right now is 3 for 5 from the field. Riverton only 1 for 3. Inbound is to Fegler. Fegler to Jackson. Jackson open for a 3. No good. Rebound is going to be skied for. It's going to be loose ball. It finally ends up with Fegler, who shoots a runner. No good by Fegler. And now the bodies are hitting the floor as they go for a loose ball. And we're going to have the possession arrow. As I said last night, the worst things since they put until they put jam and peanut butter in the same jar. The possession error, can't stand it. Engstrom inbounds to Riley Johnson, over to Jackson again. Her attempt for 3 this time. No good. She's now 0 for 3 from three-point land. Stolen back by her off the rebound. She throws over to Fegler for 3. No good. Airs it completely, and they're going to get Paisley Jackson, I do believe. Yes, that's who they get for going over the back. That's her first, team third, with 2:53 to play in the first. Now Riverton lining up in a press again, and they're going to force a travel. Nicely done. I don't think Van Tassel was ready for the press, and Olivia Bradley being right up in her face caused her to turn the ball over. So exactly what Riverton needed there, but they have got to find the bottom of the net. They're down 8-2 to Cheyenne South with 2:50 to play in the first. Engstrom inbounding about 10 feet away from her own basket. Inbounds underneath to Jackson. Jackson with a hook. No good, but she's going to be fouled and will go to the line for 2. Foul is going to be called on number 14. That is Smith. That's her first, the team's second against South. Jackson, of course, has the very interesting free throw routine where she dribbles it about at the top of the key, dribbles it down, then lifts her left foot up and shoots. And it works for her most times. That time it did not, as she missed the first of 2. And she's having a hard time finding the bottom of the basket today. Second one is up and is good. And you do wonder, did just little things like routine are important, folks, and her having to come in when she didn't expect to start, come in and then come out, if that's thrown her off a little bit. Athletes are creatures of habit, after all. Bringing it up court is Riverton, and is South, and Macy Brown this time able to force the turnover as they dribble it off their leg, does South. So good job on that. Bradley over to Johnson on the right wing. Johnson looking for Engstrom underneath. Gets it to her. Little pass to Jackson. Jackson goes up, misses. Rebound by Engstrom, misses as well. And rebound comes away, and we have yet another jump ball and another horrific possession arrow. This one will favor Cheyenne South again. Press in effect. It's being led by Brown and others up top. And I think Coach Epler has seen enough of the press and South's inability to cope with it, so they're going to call timeout. We'll take it with them. 2:19 to play in the first quarter. It's 8-3, Cheyenne South. We'll be right back after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine High School athletics. With 2:19 to go in the first, the Lady Wolverines trail by 5, 8-3 to Cheyenne South Lady Bison. And right now, Riverton having a hard time shooting. They are 1 of 10 from the field. And, of course, that's why they only have 1 field goal. Press in effect. They're bringing it up. Cheyenne South able to break it. Open 15-footer is good by number 5. That is Brennan, and she's 2 for 2, and it's 10-3 in favor of the Lady Bison. Bradley brings it up, finds Engstrom underneath. Engstrom goes up and under, misses again, and they can just not find it from even point-blank range with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. South bringing it over the timeline, looking to increase their 7-point lead. Montgomery's going to dribble to the right. Stolen by Olivia Bradley. Olivia Bradley doesn't have numbers. It's a 1-on-3. She's going to take it all the way in. Up and good anyway. Olivia Bradley, her first 2 of the night. And we have a timeout of some sort. We've got a hurt player, it looks like. Having issue with her knee brace is number 4, Montgomery. And it looks like some of the buckles popped off the Velcro. So Van Tassel's going to come for her. But 1:31 to go in the first. Olivia Bradley, folks, you don't understand, did not have numbers. It was 1-on-3. No one was getting back there to help her. And she took it up and in herself to cut the deficit to 5. Van Tassel going to go all the way. Should be a charge. Is a charge. Charge drawn by, I do believe, Riley Johnson there. Foul is going to go against number 21, Van Tassel. That's her first, team third. And with 1:25 to go in the first quarter, Olivia Bradley leading the offense will have a chance to decrease the lead even further, to cut into it. 10-5 currently. Bradley with it up top, picks up a dribble, gets over to Judd. Judd going baseline. They get it to Riley Johnson. She puts it up and good! Riley Johnson, they're finding success now in the paint. That's the first 2 for Riley Johnson. 10-7 with 1 minute to go. Too easy, though, as South comes right back down. And Brennan, who's 3 for 3 now, scores from underneath. Just a little bit too happy and not getting back on defense there. Jackson brings it up to Brown. Brown up top to Johnson. Johnson now looking to drive down. She gets it to Bradley. Bradley's going to go baseline. Puts it up. She's going to get called for a walk. She went up and down. So, unfortunately, turnover there for the Lady Wolverines with 39.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Going to see a substitution here. Engstrom is coming in. Someone else came in. Fegler came back in. Johnson and Olivia Bradley will go to the bench for Riverton. Inbound, Riverton in the press. Macy Brown trying to force the action, and they pass out of it to Van Tassel. South now in their half court. They get it to Williams, who shoots a 3. No good. Rebound is going to go up. They're going to go to the floor, and guess what we have again? A possession arrow. The worst thing since college ruled paper came into being for elementary school students. But this time it will favor, the possession, or will favor Riverton. Fegler going to bring it over the timeline as we're about to go under 20 seconds. Gets it to Brown, back up top to Engstrom, and Engstrom's pocket is picked by Gunn of South with 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Drive, and I thought it was a clean block by Engstrom, and they're going to call the push and 2 shots. That I do not agree with, but it's going to go against Engstrom. And if you saw Coach McIntosh's reaction, he didn't agree with it either. He was much more vehement about it than I was. So that will send Williams to the line for 2 shots. That's Engstrom's first. First shot is up and good. And team fourth. 13-7 now, looking to make it a double up the Riverton score. Williams puts the free throw up, and it is off, but they get their own rebound, put it up, and no good by 11. We've got 6 seconds. Jackson has it past half court. 4 seconds. A last second three. No good. She gets her own rebound. Puts it up and in. Jackson following it up and had to just throw it up there and got it up and in as time expired at the end of the first quarter. So after one, it is 13-9 in favor of the Lady Bison. 4-point deficit for Riverton. We'll be right back with the second quarter here on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
And welcome back to CWC. I'm sorry, that was the commercial. I'm waiting for my cameraman to run back here. He'll be here in just 1 second. Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Lady Wolverine basketball. Start of the second quarter, Cheyenne South Lady Bison lead the Lady Wolverines 13-9. And in the half court there, right at the start of the second quarter, we're going to get a foul against number 3. That's against Macy Brown. That's her first, team 5th. It'll be side out for the Lady Bison. Three-pointer going to be lofted out of the corner by 15. No good. Rebound by Paisley Jackson. That was a miss by Williams. Jackson leading the break. Hits Engstrom beautifully for an easy fast break point there. And it is now 13-11, down to a 2-point game with 7:27 left in the half. Van Tassel with it, going to go to her right to Williams. Williams on the right wing, ignores the ball screen, passes up top to Smith. Smith over to Van Tassel. Van Tassel looking to drive down the middle, has a lane, puts it up. No good. Rebound by Ella Judd, and she just can't control it. And it'll go out of bounds over to Cheyenne South with 7:11 to play in this first half. Looking to inbound, they do so. Turnaround right off the inbound is missed by Gunn. I think it was Gunn. Hold on, I'm trying to lay eyes on a number here. No, it was 13. Yeah, it was 13, Gunn. And coming down the court is Riverton. Setting up their half court, almost stolen. I think they're going to get Van Tassel on a reach there, and they do. Foul. That's her second, team 4th, as she fouled Fegler, trying to go for the steal, and that's immediately going to lead to Coach Epler bringing in Brennan for Van Tassel. We're also going to see Savannah Morton coming in, as well as, I'm trying to lay eyes on who else came in. I saw, came in for Judd. So Savannah Morton now in. This is the earliest we've seen her in the game so far this early season. Gets it Jackson. Jackson out to Fegler. Fegler looking to drive down. Gets it Jackson from near the elbow. Up and no good. Rebound comes away to South. Cheyenne South looking to break on a baseball pass, and it's just, good thought, just a little poorly executed. Goes out of bounds harmlessly with 6:39 left in the first half, and it'll be Riverton basketball. Riverton trailing by 2, looking to tie it up. Can or take the lead here with 6:30 to go in the first half. Bradley has it on the right, looking to bring it up left. Looks like a zone defense now by Cheyenne South. It is a zone. Fedler has it down on the right baseline. Up to Morton, over to Jackson, over to Bradley for 3. Skies it, no good. But look at Morton get in there and fight for it, and she gets it out to Fedler. Back to Morton. Morton from 15, no good. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson from 8, no good. And rebound is going to go to Cheyenne South. A lot of opportunities there. Cheyenne South looking to break, but unable to do so. Has to pull it back into the half-court offense. Still 2-point game. The Lady Bison leading 13-11. Looking to drive is the Bison. They shoot no good by Smith, and Olivia Bradley comes away with it. Bradley looking to break, taking it all the way to the baseline. Passes it to Jackson. Jackson fakes, puts it up. She's going to get fouled and go to the line with a chance to tie it. So foul is going to go against Montgomery. That is her first, team 5th for Cheyenne South. Jackson going to go to the line. So what she does here, as I mentioned earlier, is she starts right just barely in the black part of the paint near the three-point line, steps up, kicks her left foot up, puts it up. No good on her first one there. So Paisley having all sorts of trouble today finding the bottom of the basket. Gets it for her second one, steps into it, and no good on that one too. Rebound going to go to South. She is now 1 for 4 on free throw attempts, and from the field, it's bad today. She's put up a lot of shots. She's known for some shot volume, but she has not been able to do much with it. Cheyenne South on the inbounds coming all the way down, going for a score quickly, but they do not make it. That's a miss by Smith. Quickly, Riverton now trying to break. They get it all the way down to Bradley. A turn and a little weird hook shot completely off target. And it looks like South has the ball. Trying to pressure is Riverton, and they're going to get called for a foul. This is going to go against Bradley. That's her second, team 6. So 5:15 to go in the first half, and the next foul is going to send South to the line. So inbounding underneath their own basket. Stolen by Johnson out of the press. Passes to Engstrom to Fedler to Bradley, who's wide open and gets the 2. 13-13 all. The Riverton press actually being very effective here on Cheyenne South, but this time it's easily broken. Fedler left in the dust by Williams. Williams takes it all the way in, but loses control of it out of bounds. So Riverton here will have a chance to take, I do believe, their first lead of the game. Cloudhorse is now checking into the game. So you've got Morton, Cloudhorse, Fedler, Bradley, and Johnson out there for the Wolverines right now. Johnson has on the right wing, gets over to Bradley. Bradley just to the right of the key. Out at the three-point line, dribbles twice, gets it to Morton. Williams went for a steal. Morton to Cloudhorse, not a great pass. Cloudhorse not a great ball handler, but she loses control, but a late foul is going to be called. Do believe on number 14. I think that's going to get Smith. It does. That's her second, team 6. So now everybody's going to be shooting free throws on the next foul, as the next one will be the team 7th for both the Wolverines and the Lady Bison. Jackson's going to check in now. She's going to come in for Fedler with 4:36 to go in the first half, and we're all knotted up at 13. Jackson inbounding, gets it to Bradley up by the half-court line. Bradley now goes to her left, finds Johnson, who had an easy layup and just misses it, and South comes away with it. South looking to break, it seems. They're going to find somebody on the fly, and they miss a layup as well, does number 5, Brennan. So both of them missing easy shots here. You got to figure 3 games in 4 days for these opponents is pretty rough. They get a Cloudhorse for 3. She misses the 3, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound. I have a feeling that's going to go against Olivia Bradley, and it does, and that's her 3rd. So coach is probably going to have to take her out of the game. He does, and Morton comes out as well. Macy Brown and Fedler returning. And, of course, that's going to put them in the 1-1. So 1-1 shot here. Williams puts the first one up and in. That is the first points of the second quarter for Cheyenne South coming from the free throw line there. Second one is up and hits all sorts of iron, but misses. And we're going to get a whistle there, and it's going to be out of bounds off Cloudhorse. So off the miss, it will remain with Cheyenne South. They lead 14-13. They go in the pace again to Brennan. She puts it up, and she's all sorts of blocked, and they're going to call it a jump ball possession arrow, which I'm not in favor of, as you well know. I wish they'd jump it off, but, hey, that's never going to happen anymore. It does favor Riverton. Johnson inbounds. We do see Leesburg now in the game. As we go under 4 minutes, Riverton trailing by 1, 14-13. 4 minutes to go in the half. Johnson with it up top, goes to Brown on the right wing, up top to Jackson. Jackson looking to drive, takes it all the way to the hoop, and it good. Jackson's first points of the second quarter, and it is 15-14 now. Lady Wolverines with the lead. Williams with it for South. Looking inside to Brennan. She looks to put it up, and it is no good. They're going to call the charge, saying she ducked her shoulder, and people are not happy from South. But they are going to say she ducked her shoulder. I thought, I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't have called it either way. I would have let it go, but that is the seventh. Of course, the offensive foul does not lead to free throws, but the next one will be 1-and-1 for Riverton. So Riverton had a chance to extend their lead. Johnson up top gets it. Jackson just inside the three-point line. In and out, no good. Cloud Horse gets it. No good. Leesburg gets it. No good. Cloud Horse going up for it. All sorts of misses there. Jackson, Cloud Horse, and Leesburg all with attempts and misses. And then on the rebound that was gotten by South, we have a Riverton foul on 24, that being Johnson. That'll be her first, team 8th, and that will send Brennan to the line, which is what Coach Epler of South wanted to begin with when this all started with the charge. Brennan puts the first one up and good. That's her first free throw of the night and ties it up at 15. Or should tie it up with 15, but they don't have it on the board. Second one is up and no good. It should be 15 on the board, and it's still not. I'm confused. Engstrom gets it to Leesburg. The coach is talking to the bench. Leesburg over to Brown. Brown to Engstrom. Engstrom over to Judd, who's going to shoot a 2 and miss, a long 2 as signaled. And we do have a problem. Okay, now they got the score right. 15-15. Chance for South to regain the lead. Throws it over to Williams. Williams over to Montgomery. Montgomery back to Quist, who's now in the game. Back to Montgomery. Montgomery looking for Brennan underneath. They get it underneath. No good, but we're going to get a foul again for a push. Foul is going to be against number 13. That's Haley Engstrom. That's her second. Team 9th, so you do wonder if they'll take her out just with so little left, 2:40 left in the first half. First shot is up and good by Brennan. She is now 2 for 3 from the free throw line today. Brennan now going to shoot the second one. It's up and it is good as well. So 17-15 with 2:43 left in the first half. Haley has been subbed out by Judd. No, excuse me. No, she hasn't. Engstrom was throwing the ball into Jackson. I was just looking at the court. Jackson's going to bring it all the way up. Past three-point line, kicks out to Judd, and Judd's going to lose it. She reached out for it with one hand. She's got to do a better job. She's had several of those today where she has reached with one hand and fumbled the ball away. So 2:33, under now 2.5. For Cheyenne South. They lead 17-15. Chance to extend their lead against Our Lady Wolverines. Methodical here as Williams gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery drives a little bit and kicks it out to Quist. Quist back over to Gunn. Gunn over to Montgomery and out to Williams, who shoots a 3, and it is good. Quickly, Riverton trying to come down the court. They find Leesburg up top. Leesburg going underneath to Jackson. Good thought, but she has to save it to Engstrom. Engstrom puts it up and good.
Basket by Engstrom.
And we have a timeout by Coach McIntosh on the floor. So with 1:54 to go in the first half, it is 20-17 in favor of the visitors, the Lady Bisons from Cheyenne South. We will be right back with the rest of the first half here on KTAK.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Wolverine Athletics. Minute 50 to go, 20-17, Lady Bison over the Lady Wolverines. Bison get into the half court as we go under minute 45. Seems that Wiedemeyer has it, gets it over to Williams. Williams over to Montgomery. Montgomery looking to drives, cut off, and they get it back to Wiedemeyer. I think they're going to get Paisley Jackson for running through a screen, or no, they're going to get Haley Engstrom, I think. They're going to get, that's exactly what they're going to get, and that's her third. Team 10th. She just ran right over a screen. McIntosh quickly going to get Johnson in, most likely for Engstrom. And Montgomery will go to the line shooting 2 as Cheyenne South is now in the double bonus. First one is up and good. Montgomery has a very interesting one, just very similar free throw attempt as she shoots a jump shot. So she's got to be very disciplined and make sure she does not come down over the line when she does so. Second one is up and is no good. Rebound by Johnson. So 21-17 in favor of South. They get to Fegler. Fegler to Jackson. Jackson thought about 3-pump, faked it, back out to Fegler on the right. Gets it to Johnson, drives down. Jackson from 15. Nope, she fakes it. Passes it back outside to Brown. Brown over to Morton, who's back in the game. Morton going to her right, gets it to Johnson for 3. Airballs it, misses everything, and rebound is brought away by Wiedemeyer. Fegler almost with the steal, but now we're Cheyenne South looking to break. They look underneath, they find Montgomery on the run, no good, and it's rebounded by Jackson. Jackson coming back down for for Riverton, shoots a 3. Good! Paisley Jackson taking a lot of shots and not hit one, but that was a big one. Cuts the lead to 1 for Cheyenne South as we go under 38 seconds to play. Morton extending the half-court defense all the way up on top of Quist. They get it over to Williams. Williams now resetting. It wouldn't surprise me if Epler's trying to get to the last shot of the half. Montgomery has it now, gets it to Quist, back over to Williams. Williams for 3, no good. It's going to ping pong off a bunch of people and go out of bounds over to Riverton with 17.7 seconds left. No doubt Riverton will be holding here for the last shot of the half, and it'll be a chance to take a lead. Fegler brings it over, gets it to Morton on the right. Back up top to Johnson with under 10 to go. To Brown for 3. No good. Surprised they shot it that early with 4 seconds. They're going to bring out the rebound. Cheyenne South probably going to throw it from half court, not get anywhere near. Just a ward on that. So at the end of the first half, we've got a nail-biter here at Riverton High School Gymnasium as it is 21-20. The Lady Bison of Cheyenne lead the home team Lady Wolverines by 1. We will be right back with the Central Wyoming College halftime show here after this.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
From one corner of the state to the other,
over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
All right, welcome to the Central Wyoming College halftime show. And we've got, actually, Central Wyoming College is one of their newest students, Tanner Johnson here. Tanner, of course, last year, one of the keys to the consolation run for Riverton Wolverines. I've seen you at all the game, or most of the games so far, Tanner. What have you thought of this new look boys team that is not so much defensive based as it was last year?
It's kind of weird to watch because we're heavy on defense now, but I would have liked being on this team. They're run and gun, and I would have loved to shoot that ball. It would have been fun.
Well, can you give us any inside skinny really on one of the things we saw Sheridan go to a zone in the first game? That was a loss, and we expect to see a lot of zone as you were the pick and pop guy. You were the guy for that along with a couple others, and this year they're kind of searching for that. Any inside skinny? Who's the next Tanner Johnson hot from three guy?
I think anybody can do it. They just got to be confident in their shots. They're all good shooters. They just got to be confident.
All right, so what have you thought so far of this girls' team? It's a different look, obviously, with Savannah Martinez gone and Sheets gone and a couple others. But they're trying to hang it in here with Cheyenne South. Does look like things have slowed down a little bit, being fourth game in 3 days.
Yeah, they're slowing down the pace, which is, I guess, it's kind of good for them. But yeah, it's just got to find their rhythm, I guess.
All right, well, we want to thank Tanner Johnson for joining us, and we'll be right back on the Central Wyoming College halftime show with some stats from the first half here on KTAK.
Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, community health centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone.
Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming and Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit LanderGambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine and Adina Vasco and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
And welcome back to the Central Wyoming College halftime show here on KTAK. We are about 2 minutes, 50 seconds away from the start of the second half. Currently it is 21-20 in favor of the Lady Bison. Halftime stats are as follows. Montgomery for Cheyenne South first. Montgomery has 1. And Brennan, who is their leading scorer, I do believe, we'll find out in just a second, I haven't added them up yet, has 9. Ward with only 1. And then with 8 is Williams and 2 from Van Tassel. So there you go. There's their 21. And for Riverton, you've got Bradley. Olivia Bradley has 4. And Haley Engstrom with 6, 8 from Jackson and 2 from Riley Johnson. So, unfortunately, though, Jackson taking the majority of the shots. Neither team overly shooting a high percentage. And as you would expect to see with some tired legs, especially for Riverton, it's the 4th game in 3 days. For Cheyenne South, it's the 2nd game today. So you expect to see some possible tired legs, and we're seeing something we really haven't seen through any of the Riverton games, either girls or boys games, where we have seen fouls, a lot of fouls. 17 fouls against Cheyenne South in the first half and 10 plus against Riverton. So based on that and based on the score, at the end it could come down to some free throw shooting. So that'll be interesting to see if that does pan out and it comes down to being a free throw and foul game. We've got 1 minute left till the second half commences, so we'll be right back with that here on KTAK.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
Are you a caring person that wants to help but not sure where to go? Wyoming Senior Citizen Inc. is looking for caregivers across the state. Call 307-856-6880 to find out more information. They would like to wish all Fremont County athletes good luck this year.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game.
Okay, and we are back here on KTAK 2120 to start the second half. Cheyenne South will be inbounding the ball. They'll be now going left to right on your radio dial, with Riverton going right to left. Inbound is in, and here we go. Cheyenne South swinging around the horn. Shooting a 3 from length. Good. Long 3 by Williams to start off the second half, and it is 24-20. Riverton quickly come down. Fedler going to shoot a runner. No good. Rebound by Bradley. Bradley puts it up and in. So quickly firing off, and it's 22-24 in favor of, I almost said Lander, Cheyenne South. Swing around the horn. They're going to find Williams again for three. No good. Rebound goes to Van Tassel, though. She drives down, puts it up, and she's going to get and one. Van Tassel drawing the foul against Judd. Team first, her second. So in the first half, Riverton shot a paltry 30% from the field, and not much better than that was Cheyenne South. So a lot of legs, a lot of leaving things short. In fact, leaving that free throw short was Van Tassel. So still going to be 26-22 after the make and the miss of the free throw. They get to Bradley. Bradley drives in, absolutely stuffed, and they're going to get a foul. It was called from the furthest distance away. Ref, kind of interesting there, but it's called on Smith. That's her third, team first, but it'll send Olivia Bradley to the line after she was blocked on that shot. Waiting here for them to get Olivia the ball. They do so with 6:54 to go in the third quarter. She puts the free throw high up off the backboard and off, missing that one. Not a lot of free throws shot by Riverton in the first quarter. All of them, the first half, all by Jackson, -1 by Engstrom, and they were 1 for 5 or 20%. Olivia Bradley hits that one to make it 23 to Lady Bison's 26. Williams brings it over, gets it to Montgomery on the right for the Bison. Gets it up top to Van Tassel. Van Tassel looking to drive down the middle, gets cut off, throws underneath to Montgomery. She spins, and she's going to get called for a walk. So she traveled, and she got caught, Connor. And Connor says nothing. Bradley bringing it up over the timeline. 6:30 to play. 3-point lead for the Lady Bison of Cheyenne South. Gets it Judd. Judd over to Brown. Brown to Fegler. Fegler looking to drive down the middle. Does. Stops at 8. Fires. No good by Fegler. And rebound comes away to Cheyenne South. Trying to set up they're going to get a push there, or stepping out of bounds. They're going to get her stepping out of bounds, but no doubt that Van Tassel pushed there. And quite honestly, South is very lucky that they didn't get that right in front of the scores table, because it would just be a turnover instead of being Van Tassel's third personal. Fegler trying to go into Engstrom just a little bit too high. Good thought. Just barely missed Engstrom. It'll be a turnover for the Lady Wolverines. Lady Wolverines still in this press, which is having some good luck, actually. Van Tassel able to break it, and you're going to get it over and back. You have to establish possession. Here's the thing. It's not like football where if you're in the air on the out-of-bounds line, you can throw, or even here, you can throw it. For basketball, you must establish at the midway line. You have to establish your possession. You can't be midair. They were midair, and hence the turnover. So now Judd has it up top, looking inside to Engstrom, gets it there. She tries a very awkward scoop there, and the rebound's going to go to Williams, but she's going to travel and turn it right back over. Williams probably shouldn't have done that. A lot of sloppy play here as McIntosh goes over to her as Epler calls timeout for South. We'll take it with them and be right back here on KTAK.
She has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, decondition, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
The staff and board at the Fremont County Fair wish to thank everyone who attended the fair this year. Whether you enjoyed Family Day, a night event, entered a craft show, or showed your livestock, thank you for all your efforts. We'll be moving and grooving next year, so stay tuned.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School athletics. After that timeout by Cheyenne South, inbound by Riverton. Bradley has it. She's going to go to her left. Gets it to Brown on the baseline. Brown brings it back up. Passes to Fegler up top. Fegler for three. No good. And we're going to have a whistle on the rebound attempt. That is going to go against Riverton. It is against Ella Judd, and that's her third. Team second of the half. So now Coach McIntosh has got Judd and Engstrom, his two starting big men, if you will, in foul trouble. Cheyenne South brings it down very easily, gets it to Brennan, and puts it up and in. So they are 3 for 3 from the field now and lead 28-23 with 5:19 to go in the third. Fegler looking to drive, stops, pumps out to Judd. Judd looks to drive baseline, passes to where nobody is, and we're going to get a turnover. Cheyenne South looking to break. Williams gets it over to Van Tassel for 3. No good, but Brennan hustling for the rebound is going to get it. Brown just looked at it for Riverton. Blocked by Fegler, nicely done as she blocked the shot attempt by Ward, and it falls to Judd, who gets it to Fegler to bring it past the timeline. Fegler hitting Bradley on a nice cut, and that is going to be a block as she set up right underneath. Bradley missing the shot, unfortunately, but will get 2 shots at the free throw line where she is 1 of 2 for the day. Foul is going to go against Williams, number 15. That's her first foul of the day, team second of the half. Olivia Bradley has the ball from Mr. Referee, puts it up and leaves it short. We're seeing some substitutions here as Riley Johnson comes in and Jackson comes in, with Brown and Judd going to the bench. Bradley now has the ball for her second attempt, puts it up, and it hits all sorts of iron, misses. Engstrom with the rebound. She dribbles out to the baseline, gets it to Jackson. Jackson from 12, no good. Rebound is taken away by South. South looking to drive, throws her shoulder in. It's going to be a block against Jackson, though. The miss by Williams, but she will go to the line shooting 2. Foul is against Paisley Jackson. That's her second, team third. So they called that one consistent, quite honest with you. Probably could have gone either way, maybe on both ends, but it was a consistent call. Williams with the first free throw is up and no good. So hard finding the basket here for Jackson today. Hard for everybody, really. I mean, I said that South was no better. South is actually worse at 28%. Misses the second one. Jackson goes up for the rebound. I think they're going to call a foul in return against Cheyenne South. They are. Foul's going to go against number 11, Ward. That's the team third and her first of the day. So you've got Bradley, Johnson, Jackson, Fegler, and Engstrom in for the Lady Wolverines here. 4:30 to go in the third, and it is 28-23, Lady Bison with the lead. Fegler has it on the right side. She goes underneath to Engstrom. Engstrom has to kick it back out and turns it over. It was a 1-point game, reminder, at half. It was 21-20. Slimmest leads for the Bison. And since then, they have opened it up to a 5-point lead here, 28-23. Doesn't sound like a lot. It's not a lot. But in a game where shots are so hard to find the bottom of the basket, any lead can be devastating. Williams looking to drive, drives right into Johnson. Johnson should have had the takeaway, but she fumbled it away. She slaps at it, almost goes out of bounds, but saved by South. Montgomery has it now. She brings up top, says, let's settle it down. Engstrom going for the steal. Almost had that one, can't get to it. They do have this one, though. Bradley with the steal. She's going to try and go coast to coast. Does so. She is hit and hit hard there. She misses it, but will get to go to the line here. Foul is going to go against number 13. That's Gunn for Cheyenne South. That's her first, team fourth. And Olivia Bradley will have a chance to cut in this lead, but in this half and on the day, actually, she is 1 for 4, or 25% from the line. Her second one is up, and it is good. First one, is up, and it is good to make her now 2 for 5, instantly driving her percentage up to 40%. Olivia Bradley with the second one. It is up, and it is off the back iron. No good. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson puts it up. No good. It hit all sorts of iron and came away to South. South looking to break. They're going to lose it out of bounds. Who's it going to be off of, though? It's going to be off of Riverton, they say, as it's 28-24, 3:27 to play in the third quarter. Cloud Horse has checked in as Johnson, who took the last shot. They've checked in the post. Stolen by Jackson after the inbounds, trying to feed it the free throw line. Olivia Bradley's going to have another shot at one. She puts up, misses that one, taken away by South. She's waiting until she gets too far under the basket. They get to Williams for three. Good. Not going from layup to a three-pointer, and Travis McIntosh is going to call timeout. 3:06 left in the third. Cheyenne South with their largest lead of the day, 31-24. We'll be right back after these messages on KTAK.
A well-drawn-up game plan can be the difference between wins and losses. The same can be said about your mental health. Making a game plan to talk to your children can make a huge impact on them and help make them feel supported and listened to. The good news is, this winning game plan isn't hard to implement. All it takes is you starting the conversation and being ready to talk. If you need helpful resources and tools, you can visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Lady Wolverine basketball. 3:06 in the third. Cheyenne South has gotten off to their biggest lead of the day, 31-24 over the Lady Wolverines. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been an exercise in futility as far as finding the bottom of the basket. The shots are close, but they just won't find the bottom for really either team. Riverton feeding Cloud Horse underneath. She is going to miss, get partially blocked on that one. But that has been the day. Right now, Riverton has shot 8 shots up in this second half and only hit 1. And that's after shooting 30% in the second half. They inbound to get all the way over to Engstrom, who shoots a 3. That might have been partially tipped, but it was a miss nonetheless. And Cheyenne South comes away with the rebound. And then a cheap reach by Johnson. No need to do that, but they're going to get her for it nonetheless. Her second, team fourth. Cheyenne South will be inbounding, looking to extend this lead. They inbound it to Brennan, get it to Williams. Williams to Montgomery, up and no good. Williams shot that, for 3 and was no good. Riverton comes away with it, gets it to Jackson on the baseline, and she's going to get called for a travel there as she incredulously looks over at the ref. 31-24 still, Cheyenne South. And here comes the Riverton press a little bit, but they don't press Montgomery, who was the recipient of the inbound pass. She brings over the timeline, looks for Brennan underneath, gets it to Brennan, and we're going to get a foul underneath as Brennan misses the shot. But they're going to say she was hacked. Foul is going to go against Johnson again. Now that's quickly her third. Team fifth, so you've got Engstrom, Judd, Bradley, and Johnson all with 3. From the line, Brennan puts the first one up and good. Make it 32-24, 8-point lead in favor of South. Engstrom coming out, Judd is back in now, along with Jackson, Whitehorse, Fegler, and Olivia Bradley. Brennan puts the second one up, and it is good as well. 33-24 in favor of the visitors, trying to repay the favor from the Taco John's tournament last year where Riverton defeated Cheyenne South at their place. Cloud Horse now with on the baseline, gets it Judd. Judd turns, puts up, and in. Her first 2 points of the night. 33-26. 2 minutes to go in the third. Brennan has it. Now they're going to get it to Williams. Williams outside for 3. No good. Rebound should have been had by Judd or Jackson. And they're going to get a travel on Williams as Williams had gotten her own rebound but then took a step too many with 1:54 to play in the third. Fegler now on the inbounds. No pressure by Cheyenne South as she brings it over the timeline. Fegler going to her right. Gets it to Jackson in the wing. Jackson Cloudhorse, they feed Judd, and Judd is going to be fouled by Gunn. That'll be her second, team fifth. So we're really, really getting in close to free throws now for the rest of the way for both teams. Fegler going to inbound from the left of her own basket. Tries to get it in. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Smith, and it will stay with Riverton. This time over towards the corner, towards the coach's side. Fegler slaps the ball, says go. No one's really going anywhere. Finally they get to Jackson. Jackson gets it to Judd up top. Judd over to Fegler. Fegler looks inside, gets it into, I don't know why she was trying to get into Judd. Judd did not have position as she was diving down, and it's intercepted. South trying to break. Fegler makes up for it nicely by tipping the ball out of bounds as it could not find its recipient, Brennan. Minute 28 to go in the third quarter. 33-26, Inbound pass easily Brennan, but she cannot hold on to it, so can't get the layup. Goes out to 14, who misses a three. And we're going to get a kicked ball on the rebound attempt, kicked by Riverton. So it will stay with Cheyenne South. Brennan to inbound, gets it into Williams. Williams up top to Smith. Smith over to Montgomery. Montgomery on the right wing, brings it up top, gets it back over to Williams. Williams looks to get it back over to, winds up all the way to Brennan after a couple of passes. Brennan looking inside, gets it over to Montgomery. Montgomery pulls it back out to reset. Gets it to Gunn. Gunn looking for Williams. Williams for three. No good, and it's going to go up and over the back of the backboard and be Riverton's ball. So the miss fest continues from the field. 4 shots hit for Cheyenne South in the third. 2 hit for Riverton from the field. Jackson has it, gets it to Whitehorse. Whitehorse is going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Jackson. Nice job by her. Jackson finds Bradley. Bradley trying to drive, has to pick up her dribble. Gets it to Jackson for 3. Good! Paisley Jackson for 3. Gives Riverton 29. Quickly down is South, down to a 4-point lead. They get to Williams, go into the middle, and it's going to be a block, and it's only going to be a block because the player, I do believe Judd, could have been called on Whitehorse too. It's on Judd. That's her 4th. Team 6th. So gave up ground instead of taking the hard charge. So that will send 15 to the line after missing the shot. Williams puts the free throw up, and it is no good. She's now only 2 for 6 from the free throw line. Mass sub, Judd, of course, coming out for Riverton. Johnson comes in, Brown comes back in, and Engstrom comes back in. Engstrom, of course, with 3 fouls already. Williams looking to get one here. Puts it up, and it is good. So it's now 34-29, 5-point lead under 20 seconds to go in the third. Johnson has on the right wing. She's going to throw it away, trying to go to the post. And now South will look to break. They get it to Williams. She stops, pops from 15. Misses. Brown with the rebound with 8 seconds. Gets it to Jackson with 6 seconds. She's still not past the timeline. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. She stops, shoots a 3. No good. Follows it up and cannot get it off in time like she did at the end of the half. So it'll be, or in the first quarter. So at the end of 3, it is 34-29 in favor of Cheyenne South. Tight ball game here at Riverton High School. We'll be right back with the 4th quarter here on KTAK.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Natural Health Solutions offers treatments for a variety of conditions, along with nutritional counseling, chiropractic, acupuncture, and more. Treatment plans designed individually to optimize your health. Call for an appointment, 856-8181 today.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off
We apologize to Sutherland's as we cut into their ad there. Starting the fourth quarter will be Riverton's ball. They inbound it to Jackson. Jackson looks to drive, hit a runner, no good. Cloudhorse and Jackson go for the little rebound. I think they're going to get one of them on a push. They're going to get Jackson. That's her third, team seventh there. So it's going to be 1-1. Not what you needed if you're Coach McIntosh and the Lady Wolverines. So it'll send, let's see here, Williams to the line. Williams to the line is 3 of 7 on the evening from the free throw line. First one is up, part of the 1-1, and she hits it. So it'll be bonus time. Riverton, Cheyenne South still has a foul to give. Williams puts the second one up and no good. Rebound is by Brennan herself. Brennan gets it over to Ward. Ward lets a three fly, no good. Rebound by South again. Brennan on the turn, misses. Rebound by South again, and no boxing out by Smith, and she puts it up and good. So 37-29 now. Johnson looking to drive. She does so, puts it up, and that's going to be a block. An easy call there for the official as Johnson misses the shot, but she will be going to the line. Block is going to go against Williams. That's her second, team sixth. So there goes the foul to give, so to speak. First one is up, and it is good. Second free throw, Johnson has it. Second one is up, and in and out, no good. Cheyenne South comes away with it as we go under 7:20 to play. They get to Brennan. Brennan, a short shot, up and good. 39-30, 9-point lead. Match's largest lead of the night for them. Engstrom shakes her opponent free, gets it Jackson for three. Good, Jackson, and they need her to get hot here. 33-39, 6-point game, 7 minutes to play. Smith with it in the front court for South. South gets it over to Ward. Ward drives, puts it up, and good. 41-33. Leesburg in the game. Leesburg bringing it up on the right. Swings it to Morton. Morton has up around the volleyball line, gets it to Engstrom. Engstrom looks inside, going to go for Johnson, gets it into her, puts it up, no good, but she is going to draw the foul and will go to the line. That'll be team seventh, so both teams in the bonus now. Foul is going against 21. That is Van Tassel. That is her third. So with 6.5 go, Johnson able to get some points with no time coming off the clock. First shot is up and rolls in good. Second one, she has it, it's up, and it is good. 35-41, back to a 6-point game. Pressure on by Riverton. They're looking, Morton gets it. No, Johnson able to get it away, and she's now on a break. She's got a 3-on-1. Johnson bringing it all the way in. She puts it up, and there's going to be a block there. Johnson will go to the line again, and it looks like we may have a player down for South here. The player would be Smith. That's her fourth foul. Team eighth. She's getting up gingerly, and we're going to have a timeout by Cheyenne South coach Epler. We'll take it with them. 6:18 to play in the ball game. 41-35 in favor of South, but Riverton going to the line to shoot 2 when we're back on KTAK.
Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's Take and Bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Lady Wolverine basketball. 6:18 to play, 41-35 in favor of the visitors from South in this last game for the girls in the Strannigan. But Riley Johnson at the line shooting 2, puts the first one up and misses. So that makes her now 3 for 5 on the day from the line. She gets the ball for the second one, puts it up, rolls it in good. 36-41, Cheyenne South with the lead. We're getting down to crunch time. Van Tassel over to Smith. Smith with it, brings it up top, gets it over to Williams. Williams on the right wing up top to Van Tassel for South. Van Tassel uses a screen, tries to go around Riley Johnson trying for the steal, but she's going to get whistled for the foul, and that's her 4th. Team 8th. So Judd coming back in. Tassel going to the line, shooting 1 and 1. First one is up, and it is pure nothing but net. Van Tassel now with 7 on the day, and it's 36-42. Van Tassel with the second one. It is up, and it is hard off the back iron and no good. Jackson comes away with the rebound as we're now under 6 minutes to play. 6-point game. To Judd, into Engstrom. Engstrom puts it up. Oh, and almost had the and one. Foul is going to be against 21. That is against Van Tassel. That's her 4th, team 9th. So any foul the rest of the way against South will lead to a 2 free throws. Engstrom with the first free throw up and no good. One of the keys we said, free throws. Now Engstrom 0 for 2 on the day from the line. Engstrom with her second shot. It's going to be a lane violation, or should. Is up and good. They don't call the lane violation. They should have, because she did not get back. But it's now 42-37. 5-point game here. Cheyenne South inbounding, and in the press is your Wolverines. Judd pestering Smith, who turns it over. Olivia Bradley now has it, takes it all the way up, no good. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. It looked like it was going off of Brown, but it went off of somebody from Cheyenne South. So with 5:36 play, they're trying to get Fegler back in quickly. They do not. Inbound to Brown for 3. Good! Macy Brown with a clutch 3. Her only shot of the day so far from the corner, 42-40 as we go under 5:20 to play. Bringing it up is Williams. Williams goes to Smith. Smith trying to use a screen, goes inside. She intercepted by Engstrom. Engstrom to Jackson. Jackson looking to push it up with 5:10 to go in the 4th. Jackson gets down to Macy Brown, and what are we going to have here? We're going to have a foul. We're going to have a foul against Cheyenne South. It's going to go against number 11. A little too much body checking going on there against Ward. That is their team 10th. There'll be double bonus for Jackson. She will go to the line with a chance to tie it with 5:06 to play. She gets it, does her little step up with the left, kicks the left heel back. It's up and good. Jackson now with 7 on the day, and it is 41-42 in favor of the Lady Bison. Jackson has it, steps into it, puts it up, and it is good as well. 42-42, pressed by Riverton. They're close to a 5-second call. They got it. No, timeout. Timeout called by Coach Epler of Cheyenne South. So with 5:06 to go, we're knotted up at 42. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this nail biter right after these messages on KTAK.
Wyoming Community Bank is ready to serve you. Stop in at any one of their branches located in Riverton, Lander, and DuBois. A bank that is owned and operated by the locals of Fremont County. Wyoming Community Bank. They're here to help you.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-2941 today. That's 332-2941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton High School basketball here on 93.9. 5:06 to play in the fourth quarter. Scene is set for high drama as it is 42-42. Cheyenne South and Riverton Lady Wolverines all knotted up. Close game, just like it was last year in the Taco John, and a chance for Riverton to get a win finally in this classic this year as they are 0 for 3 so far. Cheyenne South's ball. Riverton has been showing the press a good bit. Cheyenne South has pressed as well. Inbound is into Montgomery. Montgomery trying to bring it. Olivia Bradley cuts her off. Turnover! Jackson with a slap. Nope, and she was shielded out. Looked like it was going to be a turnover. It's just a deflection and out of bounds. But great job by Jackson as we now have 4:58 to play. The defense here is quite impressive out of Riverton in this press. You tell Cheyenne South, much like Riverton gets the Sheridan press and whatnot, not ready for it. And Fegler is going to just kind of try and angle her player out of bounds, but she's going to do so from the side, which of course is going to get called anytime. So that's her first, but unfortunately, the Riverton Lady Wolverines are already over 10, or this puts them at 9 now, excuse me. So it will be 1-1 for Montgomery. As far as how she's done today, she's only got 1 point. It come from the free throw line where she's 1 of 2. Only attempted 1 shot from the field whatsoever. So your guess is as good as mine on what she'll do here. She does have the jump shot free throw, and it is up and good. 1 of 2 last time gives Cheyenne South, the Lady Bison, the lead at 43-42 with 4:56. Second one is up and looks good, is good. So 2-point lead for the Bison, inbounded to Fegler. Fegler brings it into the front court. Fegler looking to drive, gets it to Jackson. Jackson hands it off to Judd. Judd brings it up top, gets it to Fegler. She throws up a wild pass for Engstrom, and it goes careening out of bounds. I can't tell if she was shooting or trying to pass it. Looked like a mix in between. It may have been indecisive. Fegler's going to come out. We're going to see the lineup now with Judd, Engstrom, Brown, Jackson, and Bradley. Full court press on, and it looks like it's going to be lost. It's going to go still with Cheyenne South, tipped by Riverton. The press, they're getting a lot of deflections. Hopefully they can get one that goes their way here with 4:40 to go, down by 2. Bradley with some great defense, inbounds it to Ward. Ward is going to bring it up. Judd going to meet her at half court defensively. She throws it to Van Tassel. Van Tassel looking to break down Jackson, cut off at all angles by it, so she has to bring it back up top with under 4.5 to go. Fantastical goes right, deflected by Jackson, and Ingstrom going to come away with it, gets it to Jackson. Now Jackson looking to come up court. She turns around. We go under 4:15. Jackson now in the front court to Ingstrom. Ingstrom going over to Judd. Judd looking inside. Throws it to Bradley. Bradley trying to go into the paint. Gets it to Ingstrom. Ingstrom out to Brown for a three. No good. Almost picked up by Ingstrom. It's going to go out of bounds, but it is going to stay with Riverton with 4:01 to play. .401 to play, 44-42. And Coach McIntosh is going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him and be right back on KTAK. And welcome back to KTAK's coverage of Riverton Lady Wolverine basketball. We have got a high drama here at Riverton High School. 2-point game in favor of the Lady Bison with 4:01 to play. Riverton has the ball, looking to tie or take the lead. They will be inbounding right next to their Gatorade on the coach's side. Inbounded to Jackson. Jackson thought about the three. Gets it to Bradley up top. Back to Jackson. Over to Brown. Brown to Jackson. Looks like still the zone. It is the zone. Ella Judd with it now. Gets it Jackson from 15. No good. Ingstrom with the rebound, and she is fouled. She will have 2 shots. She was fouled on the way down. No shot attempt there. Ward, that's her third. They're well over. They're over the bonus already. So in the double already with 10-plus fouls. Ingstrom with a chance to tie it. She's 2 for 4 on the day from the free throw line, and she is good. 3 for 4 in the fourth quarter. 3 for 5 overall. Ingstrom now 43-44. Chance to tie it from the free throw line with 3:45 to go. Second one is up. Looks good. Is good. 44 all, 3:45 to play in the press. Brown went for a steal, missed it, so it'll give Montgomery at least a path over the timeline. She almost palmed it, gets it out to Gunn. Gunn over to Williams. Williams now has it, resetting things. Looks like she's going to hand it to Montgomery, and she does after kind of staring Paisley Jackson down. That was unique. Gets it back over to, gets it all the way back over to Gunn. Gunn back up top to Smith. Smith with it at 3:15, looking for a ball screen, turns it down. Almost stolen by Jackson, will leave Montgomery open for 3, but she traveled before she shot it, and it'll be the turnover. Think she got a little too excited knowing that Riverton in the man-to-man, she was going to have a wide open shot. We have a substitute here. We may be going offense for defense a good bit of the rest of the way. Who got in here? Oh, Fegler back in for Brown. 44 all. Fegler has it on the wing, gets it back up top to Jackson. Gets inside to Ingstrom, fumbling it around, and we're going to have a turnover. And then we're going to have a foul. That's not what you needed. Ella Judd has been very iffy with her hands today. And unfortunately on that's her 5th foul, and she has been disqualified. So it's also the team 10th, so it'll be 2 shots, sending, I do believe, Williams to the line for 2. Johnson coming in. Ella Judd, you wonder if it's fatigue or whatnot. She's usually so sure-handed, but she has had a hard time catching passes today, and that one led to a turnover with it tied at 44. First one is up and good by Williams and gives South the slimmest of leads by 1 with 2:58 to play. She will get one more. Takes a couple. She takes a little kind of mock steps when she does her free throws. Second one's up and no good. Rebound comes away to Ingstrom. Ingstrom to Bradley at midcourt. Bradley brings over the timeline. picks up her dribble. Shouldn't have done that, but gets it over to Fegler, finally, who comes to help. Fegler looking to bring it up top, goes all the way to Jackson for three. Bam! Good by Jackson! 47-45. Press in effect by Riverton. South trying to bring it up. They do get it over the timeline. Montgomery with the ball. 2-point lead for Riverton. Gets it to Smith on the steal attempt. You cannot risk a foul there. And it's going to send her to the line. And unfortunately, that is 5 on Riley Johnson. So worst case scenario possible, Johnson's now going to have to go to the bench and sit, and it's going to send Smith to the line, shooting 2, as now Smith and Judd have both been disqualified due to fouling out. Brown coming back in. Of course, Brown had a very good defensively, has 1 foul on the day. She has 1 shot on the day, and that was a good 3-pointer. So South going to the line, trying to tie it with 2:25. Smith, the first one is up, and it rims out. No good. Free throws going to absolutely be critical. We were soothsayers in the beginning saying it could come down to it, and it has. Smith now with her second shot attempt, trying to cut the deficit to 1 for South. It's up and good. 47-46. Fegler brings it over with 2:20 to play in the ballgame. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson to Brown. Brown brings it up top to Bradley. Bradley looking to her right, now looks to her left, goes to Fegler. Fegler looks inside. South in the zone. She picks it up, gets it to Bradley. That was not wise to do there, and it's going to be a turnover. South now looking to break. It's 3-on-3. They don't have numbers per se. Puts a shot up. No good. Rebound goes to Brennan, who's going to get fouled, or nope, it's going to be, it's going to be a foul. Nope, it's going to be a foul on them. So they got the offensive board, could not get it up. Smith with the miss. Brennan with the miss on the offensive rebound. Foul is on Brennan. That's her third. Of course, they are over 10, so Jackson with a chance to give at least a little bit of cushion to the Lady Wolverines with 1:55 to play in the game. Jackson going to the line. Jackson on the day is 2 for 5, but this one, don't tell her that, is up and good. Brings her to 3 for 6 on the day. She's hit all of hers in the fourth quarter so far. Knock on wood, and it is 48-46. Jackson going for the second one. Kicks that leg up, puts it up, looks good, is good. 49-46, 1:52 to go. South bringing it up. The students now even getting involved with it. They've been sitting down this whole time. Now they're a standing. Smith with it, gets it over to Montgomery. Montgomery back to Smith, up and good. Nice give and go there. 49-48 in favor of Riverton. Paisley brings it up, gets it over to Fegler. Fegler back to Jackson. Jackson thought about the 3, and they're going to get a foul, a reach on number 4. That's Montgomery, that's 2, and it will send Jackson to the line. She is 4 for 7 on the day today, 1:25. Your Wolverines up by 1. Jackson puts it up, hits all the rim, and no good. Substitution for the Bison, as you'll probably see a good bit of offense-defense here. Offense for defense, defense for offense for both teams. Jackson steps up, puts the second one up, hits a lot of rim, and it falls good. 50-48. Riverton in the press. Van Tassel trying to break it. Bradley trying to stop her. Cannot do so before she crosses the timeline. Man-to-man defense. Gets it over to Montgomery. Montgomery drives in. No good. Rebound going to come away to Bradley. She's going to get trapped, though. She gets it to Fegler. Nicely done by Olivia Bradley. Up to Jackson. They can shoot from 15. Is Jackson. No good. Rebound by Whitecloud. Guard! Cloud Horse! Guard! 2 points. 52-48, under a minute to go. Quickly back down in South. They had a wide open. They had to turn down, but they kick it out for a wide open 3. No good. Bradley with the rebound. Bradley now getting trapped. She's going to have to fight for it, and she's going to get fouled. Woo! High drama here at Riverton High School Gymnasium. I want to say Memorial or something. I need to know what the name of the gym, if it has one, is. Foul is going to be on number 4, Montgomery. That's her third, and it's going to send, I said White Cloud. I don't know why. Apologies to her. Cloud Horse with a beautiful rebound follow and her first 2 points of the game to extend this to 4. And now Olivia Bradley, who is 2 for 6 from the free throw line, going to the line to shoot 2 with 45.7 seconds left. First one is high, arching, and good! (53-48), and here we see Brown coming in. She is one great defender. She's coming in for Cloud Horse. What great rebound, great effort by her, and what guts to be willing to go back up with it in a close game like this. Bradley has it for her second shot. Up, hits the back, and hits the back of the backboard, so it will be no good. So it's going to be, wait, we have a lane violation. Lane violation against South. That's called teaching discipline. You got to stay disciplined when it hits off the back iron before it comes down. But nonetheless, Bradley with another attempt puts up, same thing. Comes down to South on the rebound. It's a 5-point game. Williams with it. Gets it to Van Tassel. Van Tassel with the pass. Stolen by Brown! Stolen by Brown! Bradley with it as we go under 30, and they are going to have to foul Fat McKay Fagler there. What a horrible turn of events for South, but what great defense yet again. Foul is against number 14, Smith. That's her 5th, so she will now be disqualified. Looks like Brennan is going to come get her. They're saying it's her. No, it's definitely her 5th. She comes out. She's a cussing. I don't blame her. I'm not trying to call her out there. It's just a bad string of events for a game that they had been right in neck and neck for the entire thing. So Fegler going to the line, shooting 2 here. Her first is up and good. Extends the lead to 6 with 30 seconds left. Fegler, second one up and good. Fegler extends the lead to 7. 55-48 with under 30 seconds to go. Now Cheyenne South moving with a hurry. They're going to drive down, puts it up, and no good. Rebound by Montgomery. She needed to go back up for it. Now we've got bodies all over the floor. Ball is all squirting around, and we're going to get a travel against South. She was sitting down, and she moved, and she squirmed around. She had possession of it, and it's going to be a turnover with 14.6 seconds left. And Epler is furious. He's got a hurt player. She is in tears. Let's get her out of there so she can get an ankle looked at. And they do very quickly. And we're going to have Epler is asking for the trainer of Riverton, as they did not travel with theirs. I'm not sure that's common or not. Just stating a fact. A trainer is coming down from Riverton to take a look at this ankle. South is going to line up in a press on this inbounds after the travel, but 7 points and 14.6 seconds left may be a little much. Inbounded Olivia Bradley, and she's immediately tied up. She goes out of bounds. They're going to call a jump ball. It's a late jump ball. Should have been out of bounds, but 8.7 seconds left. Credit to Cheyenne South for still playing in this game, but at the same point in time, that was going to do it. Inbound's going to go. It's over Engstrom. Brennan puts it up. Rebound comes to Engstrom, though, and with 6 seconds left, we're going to have a foul on the floor. So who's the foul is going to go against number 5. That's Brennan. That's her 4th. And it's going to send Engstrom to the line just to put some frosting on the top of this cake, as the Riverton Lady Wolverines are going to come away the victors, leading right now 55-48 with 5.6 seconds left. Engstrom has it, puts the first shot up, and it is no good. Second shot will be on the way, and Coach McIntosh giving 5s to the whole bench. Engstrom puts the second one up. It's no good. Rebound comes down. Last shot is thrown up by 15, and there you have it. The Riverton Wolverines come back and close out Cheyenne South Lady Bison 55-48 here in their last game of the William Bill Strannigan Invitational at Riverton High School. So we'll be right back with our Click It or Ticket post-game show here on KTAK.
To the pool and beyond, Fremont County athletes give their blood, sweat, and tears for their teammates and community. Why compromise that with alcohol or marijuana? Help your athlete make the most of their playing time by avoiding the dangers and impact that substance use can have on their performance and future. For more resources and information, visit FremontCountyPrevention.com.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
You need an oil change, but you don't have a lot of time. Expressway Lubes on South Federal in Riverton and Highway 789 in Lander provide a fast, professional lube, oil, and filter change. Expressway Lubes, locally owned and proud to support our local student athletes.
And welcome back to the Click It or Ticket postgame show here on KTAK. Your final, Riverton Lady Wolverines 55. The Cheyenne South Lady Bison 48. That improves Riverton, giving them their first win of the season to 1-3 overall. The stats for the game are as follows. Your leading scorer for Riverton, Paisley Jackson with 20 coming off the bench. Haley Engstrom with 10. Olivia Bradley with 9. Riley Johnson with an important 6. Macy Brown with maybe the most important 3, but only 3. And then Judd and Cloudhorse each with 2. We hope we do get, or we're hoping we'll get Coach McIntosh at halftime of the boys' game. We shall see, depends on what he's got going on. But we're going to take a little bit of extended break, get some bills paid, let some sponsors get their time, and also get some water for us, mainly to save my voice here. And we'll be right back with the Hampton Inn and Hampton Inn Suites pregame show here on KTAK.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Frazier, Dr. Hinkle, Dr. Ballard, and Dr. Davis offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
If your vehicle needs repair, you can depend on the crew at Extra Care Auto Repair. They can repair almost anything with wheels, gas, diesel, domestic, or import, and their work is top quality and reliable. Extra Care Auto Repair on North Federal in Riverton.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Jay Collins here, and I want to wish all the Fremont County athletes good luck this year. Stop down at Fremont Chevy to talk sports and let me help you purchase your next vehicle. Jay Collins, your local sales professional at Fremont Chevy Buick GMC, 307-349-7846.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians.
Wear light clothing. Walk on the pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Visit Lander Gambles to make your home feel like new. They will beat any competitor's price. Stop by to speak to one of the sales agents or visit landergambles.com. Lander Gambles will help you find the perfect product that fits your budget and lifestyle. Lander Gambles, 420 Main Street, Lander, Wyoming.
Riverton's.
And welcome back to KTAK and coverage of the Strannigan Classic here. Riverton, of course, the host, and the Riverton girls coming off a victory, their first victory of the season, 55-48. And now it is time for the Hampton Inn Suites pregame show for the gentlemen coming up. This ought to be an interesting game. We learned earlier today in the loss to Lander Valley by this Cheyenne South boys team that, according to Ernie Over and Sean, they do not go extremely deep. They actually only played about 7 guys. So that'll be interesting in a tournament like this, your legs being shot, and especially against a team like Riverton, who really doesn't have a whole lot of height. They're about 6'1". It's one of their tallest, but they're ravenous dogs out there on defense. As last night, our Papa Murphy's player of the game said, Paxton said they have to hug it out after practice a lot, because of what all occurs in practice, how intense it can be. A bunch of fighters on this team, and if they fight in practice, you know when they are threatening their house, they're going to fight like mad. So it should be interesting to see what style wins out and who wins out. And we're going to roll right into our Sutherland's starting lineup. Now, we're going to hope that none of the Cheyenne South made any changes last second like they did earlier with the girls' game here on the Sutherland starting lineup. But we are going to have the starting lineup. We're just double-checking everything. And it does look like we're going to have number 2. That's the Laramie starting lineup. It does look like we are going to have we're trying to lay eyes on it. At least we know we got one of the guys correct.
Good evening, basketball fans. Riverton High School.
And we'll listen in on Steve Peck as well while he gives it. It does look like they have changed it a little bit. Your Southern starting lineups. First is going to be a 5'10" junior, Gabe Hernandez, number 1. Number 4, a senior, Robert Poutney. Number 11, a senior, number 11, Jonathan Strong. A 6-foot junior, number 15, Noah Habberg. And a junior at 5'9", number 23, Hart. And that would be Caden Hart. For your Riverton Wolverines, starting lineup, as you know, Sheets pretty much likes to get a rotation down, and he's had one since before the season when we got this lineup. You've got senior Derek Vincent, junior number 1, Derek DeVries, a senior number 5, Kate Gabrielson, a junior number 12, Parker Paxson, and number 14, a senior, Nathan Hutchison. So, of course, Coach Bo Sheets leading the Riverton Wolverines, and DeBrune for Cheyenne South out here. And we'll get rid of these graphics for the folks watching. Remember, if you're not watching, you can watch on YO Today's YouTube page. If you're about to leave the house, remember, just turn into 93.9 KTAK. And off we are ready. Referee is checked with the front desk, with the scorer's table, and the tip is going to be won by, it's going to wind up with Kate Gabrielson. A lot of bodies hitting the floor a little bit there, but comes up Derek DeVries. Riverton going left to right on your radio dial. DeVries drives in, he gets some contact, rolls it in and out, no good. Could have been a foul there, maybe that's a sign of things to come. Quickly on the fast break, it's going to go out of bounds and off of Cheyenne South, so it'll be a turnover by them, their first of the evening. Or the late afternoon, as the case may be. Paxson bringing it over into the front court, signals play, gets it Gabrielson on the right to Hutchison, and Hutchison for 15, good. 2-0 Riverton. After 30 seconds has gone by. Bringing it up the court is South. It's in the hands of Hart. Hart gets over. DeVries deflects it. Almost has it stolen from Poutney. Poutney back to Hart. Hart for 3. Good. Gabrielson inside of Hutchison. Out to DeVries for 3. No good. Rebounded by Poutney. Poutney gets it over to Hart, and Hart is leading the break. Throws it to basically nobody. Hutchison picks up the remnants of it. He's now going down. It's 1-on-3. He gets it to Gabrielson, who has to save it from going out of bounds. Nice thought. Gets it back to Gabrielson. Paxson does. Back up to Paxson. They'll reset the offense with 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Paxson brings it up top, gets it to DeVries. DeVries inside to Hutchison. Hutchison out to Gabrielson for 3. No good. DeVries going to go for the rebound. Gets it. Doesn't save it, actually. And it'll go over. So Gabrielson off to a 0-for-1 start, as is DeVries. Hutchison with the only points. And they have redone the shot by Hart and said it is a 2-pointer, not a 3, by the way. So we're tied at 2. Cheyenne South now looking to come inside. Strong in the game. Strong gets it to Putney. Putney for three. He has one already. Oh, in and out. And I mean in and out. And excuse me, he only has a two because it got changed. Deflected out of bounds on the break, and it'll stay with Riverton. So both teams looking to get up and down. That's interesting. Didn't have a lot of chance to talk with Ernie today, but Ernie did say they don't go very deep. Inbounded to Paxton by Gabrielson. Paxton's going to bring it up top, get it back to Gabrielson. Gabrielson looks inside, brings it back out to Paxton. Paxton now resets it, gets it over to DeVries on the right wing. Cross court to Gabrielson. Gabrielson on the left wing, back to DeVries for three, and he missed everything there. Air ball by DeVries, so he's not out to the start. He was last night, so we'll see how Riverton can adapt to that with 5:44 to go, in the first quarter, tied at 2. Hart brings it up, gets it over to Hernandez. Hernandez looks to go baseline, then pops from 15. Flat shot, and it's no good. And I do believe they're going to get DeVries on a foul there as he elbowed the guy in the head, number 4. And they do get DeVries, I think, on it. Yes, they do. That'll be his first, team first. Looking to inbound is Hageberg. Hageberg does so. DeVries with a block, and they're going to call him for getting some of the back as Putney was going up for it. So that quickly is DeVries' second, and he's been the leading scorer so far the season and definitely the last 2 nights. So we're seeing Ty Sheets and Drevin Monroe are going to get some early playing time here. They're both coming in, and Putney will go up after missing the shot, but getting 2 freebies here. First one is up and good. So now it's 3-2 in favor of Cheyenne South. Putney now has the ball to shoot his second. Free throw is up and well short, but rebounded by Strong. Strong looking to pass it. He gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez off the screen, throws over to Hart. Hart on the right wing, gets it up top to Putney. Putney looks, gets it to Strong. Off of Strong's foot, that should be over and back, and it is. So 3-2, 5:13 to go, and we have over and back against South as it went off of Strong's foot there with 5:13 to play in the first quarter. We have seen some substitutions, as we said. Sheets and Monroe coming in for DeVries, and Paxton for three. No good. He tries to follow it up. Hernandez with the rebound, and much like the girls' game, Riverton off to a sluggish start as far as shooting percentage. Ball's on the down again, off the foot again, and will be a half-court violation again by South. That's the second one that I've seen all weekend, and second one in a minute. Inbounded to Paxton, gets it back to Gabrielson. Gabrielson brings it into the front court. Sheets with it now on the left wing. Sheets brings it up top, looking for a recipient to pass it to, gets it to Monroe. Monroe looks to drive the middle, does so, puts it up, and no good. So cannot buy a shot, just like the Lady Wolverines early going. Cheyenne South brings it up. Hart gets it over to Strong. Strong dribbles it up top, hands it off to Poutney. Poutney gets it inside and scores it for 2. 5-2 for Poutney. Poutney now being their main offense with 3 points on the day. 3 of their 5. 4:08 to go, gets it over to, just sloppy play there. Gabrielson with a very bad shot, and he threw his hands up on his head. He knew it was him. And it goes out of bounds. It was intended for Paxton, just a bad pass. So Cheyenne South with a chance to put themselves up even more. Paxton meets them up. Riverton, of course, in their standard man-to-man. Hernandez spins and gets called for the walk. So Cheyenne South could have a much bigger lead than just 3 points here, but they keep killing themselves. Now they're going to line up in a press. Inbound to Paxton, as you heard me say last year, Paxton's unpressable. Passes over to Vincent. Vincent back to Paxton. And now we got 1-on-4 numbers. They didn't realize it. Gets it to Monroe. Monroe misses the easy layup. So it is not going the way of Riverton right now. They have one bucket on the day. Drive by Strong is up and good. And Coach Sheets has seen enough. It's only 7-2, but his team can't buy a basket. No confidence here, so we're going to take that timeout with them. We'll be right back at 7-2 with 3:30 left in the first quarter here on KTAK.
Sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Hometown Freedom Healthcare, making healthcare great. Providing coverage in family medicine, women's health, pediatrics, and mental health. Meet providers Tara Blumenshine, Adina Vasco, and Jessica Rodriguez. Come see us at Hometown Freedom Healthcare, locally owned, 463-0541.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
And welcome back to KTAK's continuing coverage of Riverton High School athletics. 7-2 in favor of Cheyenne South early in the first quarter, or halfway through the first quarter. Inbound is to Vincent. Vincent's going to throw it to Ty Sheets. He's got numbers again, but he turns it down. Now he turns and goes to the basket. Gets it to Monroe. Monroe to Gabrielson. Gabrielson for three. Good! And hopefully that will knock the steel cast iron plate that's been on the basket for both Riverton teams here in the first quarter. 7-5. Vincent guarding Strong. Strong to Hernandez for Cheyenne South. Stolen by Ty Sheets, and he's going to have numbers. He's with Gabrielson. He's with Paxton. Oh, and they alley-oop it to Paxton. Now, Paxton will sky for a rebound, ladies and gentlemen, but he's not that tall. He's not going to get that one, but he was pointing up in deference to him, and so that was Sheets too. Sheets not used to throwing in passes outside of practice, so turnover on chance to tie it when they had numbers. They missed fast break opportunity. Cheyenne South now with it in the front court. Hernandez has it on the right wing. Guarded by Paxton, does a spin, tries to go inside, does so to Poutney, and Poutney is going to draw a foul. Misses the shot, but does get the freebies. Foul is going to be against number 14. That's Hutchison. That's his first, team third. Reminder, DeVries now riding the pine, has been for about 3 minutes now. First shot is up and no good by Poutney. He has been for a while as he got two very quick ones. Lucas is now coming in, number 30. Lucas is, I do believe, the first player we've had come in. No, Ty Sheets as well. And he actually played in the JV game, as did Houck. Poutney misses the shot, but gets his own rebound, puts it up, and, Derek Hart got that.